Hi guys! So I saw my friend, internet friend, Gabriella from Pixie and Pixia do her 50 things about her. Because I've been trying to obviously do more videos for you guys, I thought that was a good way to start an introduction to me. So I thought I'd start by doing 50 things about me. Some things you may know, some things you might not, but here goes. So I've got my little list of things to do here. Lovely book by Bespoke Bride sent me for Christmas. Thanks girls. So let's start. So I'm 27. I will be 28 this year. Getting on a bit now. But having said that, I've never been happier, and I feel like I've never been more me than I am now. So I'm 5'6" on a good day, 5'5.5" on a bad day. I live in Bristol with the most amazing boyfriend in the world, Brad, who I do talk about on the blog quite a lot. We spend not as much time as I'd like together, but what time we do spend together is amazing quality time that we get together. And now that we're living together, everything's just perfect. Before I lived in Bristol, I lived in Bournemouth for 3 years, and before that I grew up in Wellingborough from about the age of 3. I was born actually in Frimley, which is not far out of Brighton. We have one cat now called Nessa and a dog called Logan, who you might have seen pictures of. He's an Alaskan Malamute crossed with a white German Shepherd. Now, I originally wanted a pug and a Pomeranian, but we decided to compromise. Instead of getting a small dog, we get an extra large dog, and he's more like a horse. But that doesn't mean I love him any less. He's an amazing dog, a little bit of a handful every now and again, but he is brilliant. Okay, I have 3 teas in my sugar. No, I don't have 3 teas in my sugar. I have 3 sugars in my tea, actually, because I actually don't like the taste of tea, and I have so much milk in it, it might as well just be milk and sugar. But I've never liked tea, so I thought I like the idea of drinking tea, so what the hell, just thought I'd add loads of sugar. I've just stopped taking 2 sugars in my coffee, because I was told that actually if you just drink black coffee with no sugar in it, it accelerates your metabolism. And being as it's New Year and I'm trying to lose some weight for the summer, thought I'd just drink disgusting coffee instead. I denied my love of pink for so many years, and clearly I'm embracing it now, but for quite a few years everybody knew but me. And I just always used to say, I don't wear pink, I don't like pink. And yeah, I used to have pink pens and pink pencil case in school. And a few years ago I decided to just give up and accept and just embrace it. I have 12 holes in my ears and one other one that will remain nameless. At one point in my life, I think I had 17 piercings at one point. I won't go into detail where they are. I have 8 tattoos. Some obviously visible, not there. But this one, actually a picture of myself. Yeah, most people think that's a bit weird, but you never know. I want to remember that I look like that when I'm old and wrinkly. And this actually is my favourite. All designed by me here. When I get done with the tattooist in Bournemouth at Scribe Tattoo, they're awesome, and Lucy just knows me so well and can really just tattoo perfectly for me. She loves designing stuff for me as well. My favourite kind of shopping is charity shop shopping and car booting. You can definitely find a better bargain at the car boot than you can in a charity shop. Car boot's my favourite kind of bargain hunting, and I do love a good bargain. Having said that, I also have expensive taste, and I love things that are really expensive. I also love high street fashion, just love anything that's a bit quirky and different. I tend to wear my fashion as a way of self-expression. I don't follow typical fashion, although I do love to read magazines and look at what other people are doing, but I tend to like adding a bit of colour and a bit of quirk to my style, and just being different. I love walks in the country. I also like relaxing on the beach. Autumn is my favourite time of year. I love taking photos, a lot of myself these days, hashtag selfie. But I just will have my phone out at all moments, taking photos of everything. My other half, Brad, always tuts at me for taking so many photos. But at the end of the day, when you get old, you might not remember these moments. So I think it's important to be able to remember everything through photos. And sometimes it jogs memories that you might forget, just because perhaps what wasn't an important moment at the time, but when you look back, it could be one of the biggest moments of your life. I can express myself much better in writing, always have done. I always used to write letters in school, I used to write letters to my mum. I never used to really be able to express myself through words. And actually speaking to someone, you might be able to tell this now, but you know, see? Stuck for words already. But yeah, writing, I can think about things better. Although I've never been very articulate, I still can express my feelings better when I've thought about them. And I'm the type of person that I'll have a conversation with someone or perhaps an argument, and I'll go back later and think, I wish I'd have said that, and just come up with something really witty that I can never think of in the moment. My favourite Disney film is The Little Mermaid. I think I can relate to her because she was a bit of a rebel, always wanting to know more, and you know, collecting lots of trinkets and so many different things that I think when you watch Disney films aren't that obvious, but when you actually read a lot deeper into the meanings of the films and the characters behind them, I think actually she's definitely can relate to The Little Mermaid. I love to have my nails done. See, sparkly nails. This is actually quite tame at the minute. They're normally a lot sparklier. I only wash my hair once a week. This is freshly washed. See? It smells pretty. Now that I've got fringe, I tend to have to just do the wash of the fringe every now and again. But yeah, once a week's fine. My ideal night is actually a night in front of the telly with some good food, some good wine and some good company. I do love a good night out, and I do love to party very hard, or should I say party with a D. I do love to party hard if I get the opportunity, but I try not to these days. I don't recover as well as I used to, and I've pretty much had my party days when I was younger. I started very early, so I'm retiring quite early too. My all-time favourite food is mashed potato. Potatoes in general are amazing. You can do everything. Chips, new potatoes, mashed potatoes, wedges, dauphinoise potatoes, any kind of potatoes. Love, love, love. But mashed potato I think I could actually live on. In fact I did for, I don't even know how long, probably a few months when I was poor and living on my own. I used to have mash and gravy every night, lunch and dinner. Lost a lot of weight actually. If you're looking for weight loss tips, mash and gravy is the way forward. And it wasn't even real mash, it was smash. It wasn't even real smash, it was Tesco value smash. That's how bad things were back then, but that's going back a few years. We won't go into that. My middle name is Jane. In school people used to call me Amelia Jane. I say people, there was about 2 people, but it stuck. I think Amelia is French for Emily, and it Amelia Jane. Hated it. The nickname that I did used to like was Little Fish. It's in the name really, Fishee, and it's again stuck. Now I'm running a business. The first album I ever bought on CD was Take That's Greatest Hits actually. And side note, cried when they split up. What a dork. I love a good list. Got this list right here, look. Not cheating, can't remember 50 things off the top of my head. I've been said to be the luckiest unlucky person alive. I have pretty ridiculous crazy dreams every night. Can't get rid of them, tried all sorts, doesn't work. Last night I had a dream that I met up with an old school friend, and it's rubbish when people try and relay dreams because you weren't there, you weren't in my brain, you don't really know who these people are that I'm talking about, so just let's leave it at that. It was a weird dream, and for the past 4 nights, every night of my life I have a weird dream and it keeps me up all night. I hate it. If someone ever discovers how to get rid of dreams, I'd love to know. My favourite drink is, my favourite alcoholic drink is red wine and ale. Never used to like ale, but Brad seems to have got me onto it. Oh, I also love cider as well. Good old cider. Down in the West Country, they make the best cider, they do. Had a part of my life that I've pretty much not drunk alcohol since I was about 14, which is disgusting, I know. But I decided that this year I'm not only going to do dry January, I'm going to do dry up to Easter. So dry 3 months. It's been about a week and actually it's not too bad, although we did go in a pub for lunch today. Did quite fancy a cider. But everyone says I can't do it, so I'm going to. I love to prove people wrong. My favourite kind of holiday is caravanning in Cornwall. Cornwall's got to be my favourite place in the UK, second to, well, Dorset's second. I love the south coast. I love actually the Cornish mist. I don't actually like the summer. My favourite time of year is the autumn and spring. I don't like it when it's too hot, I can't cope, and I hate it when it's too cold, also can't cope. I run vintage and retro photo booth and have done for the past 3 years. And it's stronger than ever, love it, it's best job ever. I actually studied graphic design at college. I did a year of uni and I quit. Yeah, I did. Now I offer graphic design to clients and I'm building my graphic design up as part of my business. I am a completely self-taught photographer. Taught myself everything I know. Only can use a Nikon. Tried using a Sony today. Not so good. I love to DIY stuff. I'm a bit of a bodger, I have to say. If there are shortcuts to be taken, I will take them. I'm actually not as confident as people think. I'm much better in a small social group than a large one. I am actually a bit of a hermit. I would much rather stay in my onesie all day and not leave the house for weeks on end. Although I do go a bit stir crazy. I've always over-accessorised. More is definitely less when it comes to me. Necklaces, rings, headwear, glasses, any accessory, I'll be wearing it. I cry a lot if I'm tired, totes emotion. I hated school, not very academic at all. I am clever, but I just never got on in school and therefore didn't study very hard. Much better as being a creative, and I'm pretty good at anything creative I put my hand to. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be self-employed. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. And, well, now I'm living the dream. And that's my top 50 things, guys. I hope this has helped me get better in front of the camera. And, yeah, here's to more camera stuff. Here's to more camera stuff. Here's to more videos. Here's my baby Ness. My Nessa Papa. Oh, you furry baby. Aren't you? Yes. Cuddles. There we go. Job's a good one.